guys. Well, I know it's been quite a while since we've had a chance to see each other, but I thought I would do a little video of the crafts that we were going to do during the Craftapalooza that we were going to have before everything went crazy and we had to stay at home. And it'll be a fun little boredom buster for you if you can find the supplies. If not, when you get a chance, you can get to it, but just something fun. Everything for these two crafts I got at Dollar Tree, but you could probably also order them at Amazon.com or Walmart.com, or if you're going into Walmart to get your essential groceries or whatever and wanted to look while you were there, you could. The first one is going to be a paper decoupage cross, and you could use any wooden cutout ornament stand type thing that you could find. There's bunnies, there's boats, there's just letters if you want to cover like the first letter of your name or whatever. So we'll start with your wooden cutout, and what I have here is a sponge paintbrush and some Mod Podge, and you can get this at any craft store, and they have it at Dollar Tree or Walmart or online. One thing that you might want to know that might be interesting is that the craft store Michael's in Silverdale and in Gig Harbor, you can order online and do a curbside pickup, but I'm not encouraging you to leave your house if you don't want to. This is just some good ideas for you. So I'm going to take some of the Mod Podge and put it in a little spare container I had here laying around. And the cool thing about getting stuff at Dollar Tree is they also have books for $1. And let me tell you, the first time I ripped pages out of a book, it felt so weird. But anyway, this was only $1, and you probably have some paper books that you maybe even only paid $0.25 for at Goodwill or something when going there was still a thing. So you'll take your book and you'll rip out some pages. And quite a few, actually. So let's rip a couple at a time out here. And what you'll want to do with your pages, see how around the top and the outside it's blank with the margins? Well, that'll kind of make it look weird when it's on your wood cutout. So you'll also want to rip off the empty top and the empty margins. And you don't have to be perfect. And it can just go around that way. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video while we get our papers ready here. Okay, so now we have some pages torn out with the margins, the blank margins ripped off. Then we'll go ahead and tear them a little further. And you don't want them to be too skinny because you want to be able to wrap around your project and overlap each other real well. So I'm going to tear that one page into thirds and then into halves. And now the side of your wooden project that you're going to want to start on is what's going to be the back. And right now it doesn't matter which is the back or the front, but you're going to want to decide. And that's the part you're going to want to start on, because as you wrap it around and leave rough edges, then you'll cover those up on what will be the front. So on the back, we'll start by taking some of the Mod Podge and really coating this part of it because it'll dry pretty fast. So you just want to coat maybe the top part of what you're working on, and in the sides and the tops too, because you're going to wrap it around. So get some on there. Don't be shy with it. You're going to need quite a bit of it, and you'll need even more. So we'll start with one of our pieces of paper, and like here, I'm going to just go right to the edge and wrap it around so that it goes to what will be your front. And then once you put your paper on there, go over it with the Mod Podge again, especially the parts where it doesn't want to stay down. And then I'm going to take this little bit thicker piece, and I'm going to go right up to the edge here and wrap that around. And now the top's pretty long, so I'm just going to kind of tear that off a little bit so it can go around better. And add more of my Mod Podge here. And Mod Podge it all the way around so it'll stick to the back here, which will eventually be your front. And your hands are going to get messy. So I'm going to push this down, push it down so that the paper stays down. Lots of Mod Podge. Notice I have a little paper here to keep my surface cleaner. And we'll get some more Mod Podge, go over that one, and work our way out here. And you'll want to make sure too that your writing is all going in the same direction. You don't want to all of a sudden make it so the writing is sideways, because I think that would look a little weird. So I'm going to wrap this around with my hands, get them a little goopy, add some more Mod Podge to the other side so that the pieces that you're wrapping around will stick. Bring it around here. and smooth it down on the front. And I'm going to pause the video and so that we can work on that for a minute. One thing I wanted to let you know about was, so if you can see on the front of the cross here, I'm going to need these pieces of paper to go, you know, through to the other side. So it's no problem to just hold it and kind of tear it so that it goes around those bends or those corners, depending on what your shape is. And then, especially because you started on what will be the back eventually, it's not really going to matter so much what it looks on this side, and then you'll be hiding those rough edges on the other side when that becomes the front. So then you can just push them into the corners there, kind of tear them as you need, and then see how I'm really smoothing things down on the other side, what will eventually be the front, so it doesn't have any big bubbles or lumps in it or anything like that. Get your fingers in there and smooth it out. And then on this side, you can, you know, just push it around and push it down those corners and smooth it down. And I will let you keep working on that. Okay, so we got the back of our wood craft here covered, so we're going to turn around and get ready to do the front. And so what we want to do is, you know, dip our brush in our Mod Podge here and, you know, really go down and coat the front, smooth down any spots where there's bumps or it didn't come around just right. You could even use scissors to trim off some extra if you had big long extra pieces, just so that we're ready on that side to really give it a nice finished look when it'll be the front. And I would recommend putting down some parchment paper or wax paper underneath your project so that the glue on the bottom, or the Mod Podge I mean, on the won't get sticky and your project will get stuck to it. So then when we go again, we're going to do the same thing here on the front. And now it's come around the side already, so I'm just going to try to go right up to the edge there and not have to worry about doing a pull around, and then you'll be able to see that. It'll come around real nice. In the back there, of course, we'll run these edges up and down here. Just get your hands kind of messy. Smooth it around and smooth it down really nice. And we'll pause the video while we go ahead and finish the front of our project here. Okay, after you had Mod Podged book pages on the front and back of your project, whether it's a cross or a bunny or any other wood cutout, it'll look all kind of shiny and glazy when you let it dry overnight. Kind of cool. So the next thing we're going to do to it is kind of decorate it, and you could do this with colored paper or different color ribbons, or depending on what it is that you're creating. But what I have here is some artificial flowers and some ribbon color that I like, and so I'm going to take my hot glue gun, which I heated up here, and I'm just going to swirl some glue, just get some glue out here on one side of the base. You don't want to do too much at a time because your glue will dry and then it won't be sticky anymore. And I'm going to just kind of start layering these cute little flowers that I kind of pre-cut to have little pieces of, right? So that they face towards the front of my project here. I'm layering them on there where I have glue. And I'm gonna, they're just so cute, go across the front here. I have some little pink and some little peach, which are great spring colors, but depending on what you're making this for, you could go back and make a Christmas decoration if you still had some stuff or found some stuff online on clearance that you wanted to make. You could decorate something like this for Christmas. Like I said, there's some really cute Easter stuff, crosses and bunnies and really fun spring stuff. So just layering here, flowers and glue spots where I need it. Put another one along the front here. This cute little peach guy right here. And then I got a couple a little bit bigger size of these other ones I thought were really pretty. So I'm going to make put those bigger ones right off the corner here. Just using my glue as I need it there. Here's the other one I have cut. Then I had this really pretty kind of periwinkle color ribbon, and you could match more to your flowers if you wanted. And I'm going to tie this in a bow right across the front base here. And I was thinking if you were doing this around Easter, you could glue on some really pretty of those sparkly Easter eggs on the side, or whatever your holiday is there. If it was Christmas, you could use some holly, holly berries. So anyway, there is your paper covered wood project. Okay, in just a moment we'll be back to show you the next craft. Okay, our second easy craft is a little bud vase. And again, all this stuff came from Dollar Tree. And they have this set of salt and pepper shakers for $1, so that makes it only 50 cents a vase. And it's really fun, and it would be a really great gift to put on a neighbor's porch, or, you know, May Day coming where you give out flowers. Again, we're home right now, so it might not be the best idea, but even lining up your front window, they'd be awfully cute. Maybe cheer you up a little bit. So, and take a salt and pepper shaker and just take the top off. It's so easy. And then I picked yellow paint, but you could pick any color that you wanted: pink, purple, blue, orange. So I put some yellow paint in my little cup here. I got my paintbrush again. These sponge brushes are great for crafts. And I'm going to hold the vase by the it's a salt and pepper shaker by the little top here, and then just going to brush down it. And you can choose if you want to look completely covered, or if you want it to kind of just be, you know, just a little bit, so that you can, I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of isn't so covered, and it's just a little more rustic looking, especially depending on what color you use. You could use like an off-white and make it kind of look antiqued, but I'm just going to use yellow because it's a nice sunny spring color here. Cover it pretty good. And then once you put it down, you can dab a little paint a little closer to the top if you want, and it's up to you if you want to paint this part or not. Go ahead and do that. And of course you could even use two colors, you know, dab some on top of this or whatever. And then we'll take some more, I'm going to take some more ribbon. This is the ribbon I have, this periwinkle color here. And you'll probably want to wait for this to dry, but I'm not going to, just so I can show you. I'm going to tie some ribbon around the top here, and you could leave it hanging or tie it in a bow. And then I have some more flowers here, and we'll just, oops, that one, the stem came right out. So we'll just set that right in there. Maybe this pretty little peach one, I'm going to cut it down a little bit so it's not too tall for my new little bud vase here. And I've done this craft with a 4-year-old, and he loved it. So you can do that also. Okay, that does not want to cut with my scissors here, so I'm going to pull them right off the top and just put them down inside the little vase there. I've got these really pretty pink little ones. I'll take the big leaf off. Pinky purple. And you've made so easy, so quick, cheap, cute little bud vase. All right, thank you. You guys take care, and I hope you get a chance to do some crafts and have some fun. Bye.